Just getting this set up here. So I can never work out where the best place to put me is. So let's put me there just for now. So welcome. Thank you so much for requesting a copy of this webinar. Thank you for putting your faith in me. Thank you for wanting to know what I'm all about. So over the next 20 or 30 minutes, I am going to be hopefully reframing your current beliefs. I'm going to be changing the way you think when it comes to fat loss nutrition. So we are going to be going over the 3 things that in 2020, every single high-performing woman should really know to help you lose fat, to naturally maintain energy without tons and tons and tons of coffee for the entire day, and give you the feeling of feeling body confidence all over again without ever having to overthink things like you probably have been doing. So as it says here, this is a free training, a free webinar on how to lose weight and gain confidence while eating pretty much what you want. At no point during this webinar am I going to ask you for your credit card details. There will be no hard sell. I just want to tell you that there is another way of doing things. So let's get started. So why should you hang around? Why should you listen to what I'm saying? I'm going to share with you the lessons that I have learned working with like literally hundreds, probably close to 1,000 now, women worldwide, from mums to bikini competitors, athletes that get on stage, to high-performing businesswomen with incredibly stressful jobs, incredibly busy lives. My clients generally are the envy of every other female, and they never, ever have to overthink things. And they're almost continually happy. So once you follow the 3 things that I'm going to be going through at the end of this presentation, life literally becomes fun again. If you stay to the end, I'm going to show you my 5-step guide to looking sexier, losing weight, and increasing body confidence. I'm in the way again. And the secret to unlocking all-day energy. Who is this for? Who should really be listening to these words? If you've tried every other diet going, if you've failed multiple times and you're this close to giving up, if you just feel awful, if you don't like looking in the mirror, if you feel unattractive to your partner or your spouse, that's no way to be, really, is it? If you don't feel comfortable going out, are you the type of person that turns down social events because you're not confident, you don't like the way you look, the way you feel? Are you starting to feel a little bit depressed, a little bit anxious of the way you look? Do you have low self-esteem? Is your confidence level 0? This is for you. And you're not alone. Honestly, I swear, the amount of people that I talk to think that they are the only person in this situation. I can guarantee that you are not on your own. There are hundreds, thousands of women who feel exactly like you do right now. But doing nothing, taking no steps, burying your head in the sand isn't going to get you anywhere. So let's get to what they did to drop a ton of weight, boost energy, and put body confidence through the ceiling. Who is this not for? Believe me, what I teach, what I do is not for everybody. So listen to me. If you are not coachable, this isn't for you. If you hate doing things differently, this isn't for you. If you think you know better than me, this isn't for you. If you aren't ready to fix things, not everybody is at a state of readiness that they are going to take on the information and they are going to implement it. If you're not ready, this isn't for you. Listen to me now. If you are looking for a quick fix, no, this isn't for you. This is not a quick fix faddy system. Or if you don't want to do the work, if you think that just listening to these words is going to get you the results without doing any work, this isn't for you either. So listen, I was that guy. I was the guy who used to give out the crappy, boring, bland diet plans that pretty much nobody could stick to. This is, 5 or 6 years ago now. And I used to live that life myself. But then I realized that not everybody could stick to the hardcore bodybuilder methods of chicken, rice, and broccoli 12 times a day. Honestly and truthfully, over the last 6 years, I've spent tens of thousands of pounds on coaching courses, personal development, self-development, so I can cut through the BS for you. And now I can show you the 3 steps that you need to implement to lose the weight and keep it off. Who am I? This is me. I am Danny Wilson. These are my 2 beautiful boys. I am a father of 2 beautiful boys. This is Mason and this is Logan. He's 6 and he's 11. Absolute light of my life. I went from a hardcore bodybuilder to flexible dieter in a much more happy place. When I was a hardcore bodybuilder, I was eating chicken and broccoli 6, 7, 8 times a day, 7 days a week. I was going to bed very early. I was getting up very early. I was in the gym every day, at least once a day. And ultimately, it kind of caused the end of my marriage. So I kind of learned some lessons in life that there is another way. So as you can see here, chicken and broccoli, gym and home workouts, quite often twice a day. And the worst thing was I was doing it myself and getting burned out. I was avoiding social situations to the point where I even missed funerals, family funerals, because of the way that my mindset was at that time. I've missed christenings. I've left events early to go to the gym. I've sat in the car while my family have been inside restaurants, and I don't want to do that again. So I can only imagine how tough it was for my clients when I was trying to push them into doing the same kind of things that I do. So at the start of my career, then I knew something had to change. So then I started to teach and try and educate my clients how to gain control of their nutrition, ultimately empowering them to make their own decisions. And in doing so, I improve their adherence, their consistency, and then their level of results. I've spent easily over 6 figures on research, development, and training, traveled around the world to become one of the best in the UK. I finally figured something out. Let's move me out of the way. This is me graduating from Mac Nutrition University. This is the International Society of Sports Nutrition, where I'm currently doing my postgraduate diploma. So what can you expect today from this masterclass? What would your life look if, tell me this, imagine if you could wake up each morning and be able to wear what you wanted. Imagine if you no longer had to avoid social events because you're too embarrassed to be seen out. Imagine this if you had a better sex life and relationship with your partner. I bet they won't complain, will they? Imagine. I can't get my thing up the way I am. Let's move me out of the way. Imagine if you could eat what you wanted without any restrictions. Imagine if you didn't have to spend every single day in the gym like I was. Imagine if you didn't have to cover up on your holidays. Wearing a swimsuit all the time, putting a shawl around you, trying to cover yourself up. Imagine if you didn't have to do that. Imagine if you could strut around the pool with a level of body confidence that would just be envied by everybody else. Imagine this. Imagine if you could walk around the house naked in front of your partner. How would that make you feel if you could do all of these things? Here's what you are going to get. I'm going to show you how you can eat what you want and still lose weight. And more importantly, keep it off forever. I'm going to show you how to end the starve, binge, starve cycle for good. You know exactly what I'm talking about there. I'm going to show you how that you can get that bikini body without doing endless hours of boring cardio. Does this sound like you? Be honest. And if you're watching this at home, I want you to put your hand up if any of these are you. Is your sex life on the decrease? Or is it paused because of your own self-confidence and image issues? Are you causing tension and friction in your relationships because of this? Are you tired? Are you sick to death of not being able to fit into your favorite dress or jeans? Have you, and I want to see some hands up, have you resorted to wearing baggy clothes to cover up certain lumps and bumps that you don't like? Do you hate looking in the mirror, clothed or naked? Do you avoid social events because you hate the stress of having to find something to wear? Have you ever turned down an outing because of how you feel about yourself? Awesome news. If you stick around, I'm going to show you exactly how you can fix all of this. I have the answers to your problems. I'm going to show you the 3 shifts that you need to make in just a minute. So we're going to be talking about the restrictive backslider versus the body confident professional. Restrictive backslider. Tell me if this is you. Tell me if any of this rings true. Have you invested in coaches before? Multiple times. But you're still stuck. You still don't know what you're doing. You're still not getting results. And you've literally spent thousands. Are you constantly moving from diet to diet? I call it leapfrogging. Jumping from one lily pad to the other. Because you've done them all. You don't know what the most important dots are or how to connect them. Should I eat carbs? Should I have fat? Should I go paleo? Should I go keto? Should I cut out sugar? More importantly, you don't know how many calories per week that you're consuming. Are you stressed, moody, fatigued? Do you lack the motivation to do things? And you spend too much time doing HIIT classes, body pump classes, things that aren't going to get you to where you want to go. Any of those ringing a bell with you right now? Let's compare this to the Breakthrough Body Confident Pro. They know exactly how to lose 7 to 10 pounds each month and every month. They know exactly how to factor in alcohol on a weekly basis. It's a key part of socializing. They know how to eat junk foods daily and still lose weight. They no longer have to avoid social occasions. You're basically free to go wherever you want to go. They can wear whatever they want. They feel more sexier, more confident, and they get more attention. They tend to jump up the career ladder a little bit quicker than you do. You probably know someone who's got the same skill set as you, but a different level of confidence, and they are moving through the ranks that little tiny bit quicker. They basically have no mindset blocks, so they don't have any kind of negativity going on at all. They are in complete control of their lives, complete control of their own personal situations. Have you ever experienced any of these problems? You're lost and confused in the jungle of Google, trying to find the right solution for you, constantly searching for fat loss diets and fat loss this and fat loss that. Paralysis by analysis. Do you listen to too many different sources? And they all conflict each other. One saying one thing, one saying another thing. This guy's saying this thing, this guy's saying this thing. Do you restart your diet every single Monday, full of confidence, only for it to dwindle and for you to give up again on Thursday? Tell me this. Do you gain 3, 4, 5 pounds every single weekend? Even though you say you're not going to do it, right? You feel guilty as sin every Monday morning. Is this you? Common mistakes. These are the mistakes that over the past 4, 5, 6 years, I have seen kind of repeated to me on a kind of daily basis. You want to be more confident. You want to be happier, and you want to have endless amounts of energy. However, you don't know how many calories per week that you're consuming. Notice I said week there. You're being so over-restrictive with your calorie and food intake that you make life more difficult than it needs to be. You do long, endless hours of cardio, HIIT classes, treadmill sessions, body pump, legs, bums, and tums, all this kind of stuff. Please heed my words and just stop doing them. They're not getting you anywhere. The first mistake of a restrictive backslider. Restrictive backsliders, they lack calorie awareness. Calories seem to be a dirty word. You know, you've probably said it yourself. Ooh, calories don't count. Oh, it's all a load of rubbish, that kind of stuff. Believe me. What this actually looks like is you don't know how many calories per week that you are taking in. If this is the only thing which you remember from this entire presentation, I want you to remember this. Calories count. Your body is counting calories whether you like it or not. So this is the first step that you need to take to losing weight and keeping it off. You need to be aware of how much energy that you're consuming on a daily basis. You can think of it like a bank account. You know how much is in your account, right? Calories are now your currency. Spend too much money, you're in debt. Eating too much, you're overweight. It's a similar kind of thing, you know? When you don't have calorie awareness, not knowing how many calories that you're consuming across the week is literally like not knowing how much money you have to spend. You leave your chances of losing weight completely down to luck. You believe that something else is stopping you losing weight. Generally hormones, generally situations, this, that, and the other. You will continue to be unhappy, miserable, and overweight. The how, what can you do? You'll want to start using a free calorie tracking app. Just writing stuff down isn't enough. It's not accurate enough. You're going to want to start using an app like MyFitnessPal is probably the most famous one in the world right now. It's a free app, very simple to use. Then, when you get clarity on exactly how many calories you're consuming per week, you can absolutely categorically expect to lose 7 to 10 pounds per month. If you're watching this live, I want you to comment yes if you want that. This is the fundamental mistake that people make. The second mistake of a restrictive backslider. Restrictive backsliders binge every single weekend. And you know that this is you. I'm talking to, if you think I'm talking to you, I am talking to you. What this actually looks like, Monday to Thursday, this is ringing true. I can feel it. Monday to Thursday is good. You don't eat any carbohydrates and you avoid all bad food. This is where you end up in the starve, binge, starve cycle. The typical yo-yo dieter. You avoid all the foods that you enjoy. You've been led to believe that certain things are bad for you. And when you binge, you actually sabotage any progress you've made during the week. We need to look at the week as a whole and not just single days. One good day doesn't make a good diet, and one bad day doesn't ruin a diet. If you continue on this path, you are going to be overwhelmed with guilt. You're going to feel like a failure for doing it again, even though you said you wouldn't. And you're going to blame somebody else, some situation, something. You're going to blame everything that's not you, when really you need to look deep down inside and ask yourself the question. If you don't stop binging, genuinely, 100%, you have zero chance of making any progress. You will continue to yo-yo for the remainder of 2020. Mondays will be completely guilt-tripped forever. You'll be continually restarting every single week, and we don't want that. So why not have both? What if I told you this? What if I told you you could still have your weekends and lose weight? We have a term. It's called calorie banking. It's something I use with all my clients. You don't need to eat the same calories every single day. Just like I said, one good day doesn't make a good diet. One bad day doesn't ruin a diet. You can still have more at the weekends if you account for them, if you allow for them. when you factor in some junk food daily and realize it's okay, you will stop binging. The cravings will go. If you have a little bit of what you like every single day, you're not going to want to binge on it. When you make this shift, you will be able to end the restriction. You will be able to be consistent every week and lose weight. Take Claire, for example. She's previously struggled to lose weight. Typical Monday to Thursday person. Consumed too much wine, over-consuming on calories per week. Now, Claire understands how to have fun, how to drink alcohol and lose weight. And she's lost 7 pounds in 3 weeks. I have a private Facebook group. Her video is inside that group. The third mistake of a restrictive backslider. Restrictive backsliders, they do too much HIIT. They do too much. They place so much faith in body pump. They place so much faith in high intensity interval training. You're running your body into the ground. You spend too much time doing HIIT style classes, spin classes, body pump classes. That's the kind of thing. They're going to do nothing for you. You believe that the exercise variable is the most important part. You believe that because you are doing 2 or 3 gym sessions a week, you don't have to do anything else. That's not true. You spend too much time doing ab exercises before sorting out what your habits in the kitchen. You waste time doing fluffy exercises that aren't going to do anything for you. If you keep going if you don't change, you will be forever skinny fat. You know those small dress girls that don't look like they train? They're just smaller versions of themselves. You fail to develop muscle tone. You need muscle to be toned. Don't be scared of the word muscle building. You won't get rid of cellulite. Skinny girls get cellulite too. You will just be a smaller version of what you already are. You need to do this. You need to start strength training. You need to start losing weight. You need to start using resistance exercises. When you strength train, you will increase your muscle mass and you will not turn green like the Hulk. You will get stronger. You will reduce your body fat percentage much quicker. You will get that curved, toned bikini body that it is that you want. For instance, let's check out Vicky. Vicky was a client of mine from earlier this year. Vicky actually didn't ever even go to the gym because she was too busy. She had two young kids and couldn't get to the gym. So she was doing resistance exercises at home. Vicky also suffers with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which a lot of people think you can't lose weight if you've got PCOS. Yes, you can. She had fibromyalgia. And she had endometriosis. And this is her transformation after just 90 days. So let's have a little look at some of the girls that I've been working with who utilize the exact same teachings, which I'll be going through on this. Andrea, again, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Again, didn't go to the gym, not once. Didn't step foot in the gym once. Home workouts and nutritional intervention mean that she got fantastic results. Andrea actually now seeks out the mirror. She likes what she sees in the mirror. Nicola, this was after, I think this is just 4 or 5 weeks work. Following the exact procedures that I'm kind of talking about now. No fads, no restrictive diets, no cutting anything out. Yazmine was a particularly interesting one. Yazmine is a girl who works for the NHS, is in an admin role, but she also has her own cake making business. So her evenings are spent making brownies and cupcakes and kind of putting different bits of topping on stuff. Once we sussed out that she was having little nibbles of her cake whenever she was making cakes for work. Once we kind of got it's called bites, licks, and tastes. Once we kind of knocked that on the head, she dropped an absolute ton of weight, and she's recently just had a baby as well. Liz, this is one of my physique athletes. This was at the British finals last year. This was about 6 months difference, I think. She worked incredibly hard. Lyndsey, again, single mum of 2 kids, implemented exactly what I told her to implement, and the difference is absolutely phenomenal. Jackie, this is just to kind of show you that anybody can lose weight using the systems that I kind of talk about. Jackie she owns a pub, so she's a landlady, never lost weight in her life. She is a diabetic, always struggled. As soon as she started implementing what I told her to implement, the difference was kind of, pretty phenomenal. This is just a few of the other girls that over the past few years have helped lose, a huge amount of weight using the exact same systems. Using the exact same systems that I'm talking about on this webinar. So let's kind of go back at what we've spoke about. So we agree then that you can eat what you want and still lose weight. You can keep the weight off for good. And how you can stop the binge cycle, and why HIIT classes pretty much suck. So my goal for today was to show you that you can get in incredible shape without the need to cut out carbohydrates, without the need to restrict your favorite foods, and without avoiding social situations. So we've accomplished that, but obviously there's more. I'm going to keep my promise, and I'm not going to sell you anything at all. However, I do know how many of you are currently struggling at losing weight and being able to keep it off. Losing weight is easy. Keeping it off is what's difficult without doing crazy fad diets. Hopefully now you've seen that you can do this without doing these things. Most people never act on good information. Most people will listen and then just completely forget everything. If you want to watch this to make yourself feel better about your life and then not do anything, you will not be successful. That's why I'm offering something unique for you, but only if you are ready to have more energy, you want to lose weight, and you want to see your body confidence skyrocket. If that's you, I want to help. I'm offering a free Skype session, a free FaceTime session, a free telephone session where you and I can hop on the phone and diagnose exactly where you are now, where you've been going wrong, and get a plan showing you exactly what you need to do. You now have 2 options. You can stay as you are. You can keep doing the yo-yo diets. You can keep jumping from one plan to another. You can keep cycling between a few pounds. You will stay unhappy. You'll stay miserable, and your sex life will remain on pause, stressed out and depressed, overweight. Or we can connect personally and see exactly how you could implement this new way of dieting. If what I've said in this webinar has made you sit up, maybe it's rung a bell in your head, maybe it's made you realize that you need to change a few things. If so, please, this is a link that you can click to an application form. Once you complete the application form, I will be in touch and I will book you in for a free strategy session, and we will talk about how I can help you change your life. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I hope you've got something from it. I hope it's made you think. You know exactly where I am, and I genuinely, honestly, and truthfully look forward to speaking to you.